I think I want to very simply define processing. I think it's a biological process. It's a biological thing. Because again, we're talking about the nervous system and the state of the nervous system. When we, one thing, we'll just start with this. We're always processing. Processing is going on all the time. We are a biological being that constantly has biological processes taking place.
I guess it probably has connection with all levels of it too, because physically we're digesting things like that. Mm-hmm. But then emotionally we're processing,
emotionally
all levels. And
I've talked about this, so when we get triggered, somebody says something and it provokes anger, our body produces hormones, chemicals, molecules, flood in the bloodstream, spread to the entire system. That is anger being, put into the bloodstream. Same thing with fear, anxiety. All the emotions have a little bit of a different makeup. It's a biological process. We get triggered, nervous system has a response, floods our system in our blood. And now we're literally feeling it at a vibrational level because every cell in our body is now being influenced by it. So that is a biological process.
Right.
And if we're paying attention, it's all of a sudden I'm feeling that this, I just got injected with this drug of anger. It's my heart's beating faster. My chest feels a little tighter. I'm no longer thinking about,
So basically in that you're processing,
right?
You're always processing, but always it's processing. Now maybe what happened is you just got aware, or the goal is that you got the awareness that you went off of the baseline and there is these other molecules that my body is feeling.
Right.
That spike or whatever.
Right. What I'm looking at is being in observance of the entire the entire system, the state.
Right.
So that I recognize when I am in disequilibrium so that I can work on getting back to equilibrium. But it's a constant process. I'm constantly processing. I'm constantly moving in and out of equilibrium for different reasons in different states. And everybody's processing, even if they're not using the same tools of processing that I am, right? People could be processing and they can be processing really poorly. They can be processing and they're just constantly processing in a state of fight or flight. They're redlining their emotional engine all the time. And that's just what processing looks like for them. Right. So processing doesn't mean I'm doing something the right way. Doesn't mean I'm doing it the wrong way. It is just simply this is a system of the body and it's how it works.
I see. So you're saying hey, I got into a fight. I'm super angry. Now I'm going to go distract myself with YouTube. That is still me processing.
Yes.
Right.
Biological process is still taking place. And maybe YouTube, I take some breaths. I may not be conscious that I'm breathing.
Right.
Anger
is diluted
through the body. Yeah. Next thing I know, that's processed out. And I'm now I haven't worked on the trigger. I haven't worked on my awareness of it. I haven't worked on how I'm changing my behaviors around it, but I'm still processing. It's still a process.
Right.
So that's why tools and work are I separate those from processing because my process is no better or worse than anyone else's process. We are all processing human beings. It's just the state of the world and none of us are perfect at it. We all suck at it most of the time. But we have tools.
Yeah.
And there's work that we can do. And if we do the work, we can get better at responding to how we respond to things.
Hey, if you enjoyed these clips, go ahead and check out other clips here on the channel, or consider even diving into a full episode for this specific that this clip was derived out of. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thanks again.